Jonathan gathers all the best qualities of a great supervisor. He's very encouraging, he's bright, and he makes his students a priority.
His attention to detail is fantastic. He prioritizes quality of work over quantity. In doing so, cultivating great independent inquiry, but at the same time he gives you freedom to pursue your own ideas.
One of the things me and Paul have in common is that we're both from an engineering background, and I think if it wasn't for Jonathan, neither of us would have pursued a PhD in maths.
There was another PhD student of Jonathan's who graduated recently, James Wynn, and he left a message saying, without Jonathan there would have been no way I would have been able to complete this PhD, and that he owes him everything. That's from James Wynn, so he'd like to say thank you also and contribute to the nomination.
Andreas is an engaging and attentive supervisor. He inspires his students by teaching them to think outside the box whenever they hit a snag in their PhD. He works with them to broaden their horizons to truly enhance their learning experience.
Ian's a very supportive supervisor. He's always out looking for the next opportunity for you to get involved in not only the research but develop you as an individual too, which is really heartening to have as a line manager.
I respect Ian as a supervisor. But I value him as a friend. Like, he's a friend.
Whether it's in his office or in a pub or in a lecture theatre, he gives you himself.
And the thing is, like, probably like most academics, Ian is super smart but also super busy. But he would always make time when I need it, and that could be several times a week.
He's so approachable. You could talk to him about anything and you know you'll get a very warm response, and that's just one of the many reasons why I think not just me but Oliver and maybe others have nominated him.
Andrew's clear and effective supervision enhances his students' understanding of the subject. He's always happy to take time to give students clear and detailed explanations to further their understanding, and he's always happy to help work on their personal development as well as their professional.
I nominated Jenny because I've really enjoyed being in her group and being under her supervision.
She manages an incredible group with a really good dynamic. It's a very broad group of different people using very different techniques, and yet she is able to manage a group that works very well together, is able to communicate well, is able to develop cross-pollination with other members of the group, and that's all down to her.
She also really understands that PhD students that we're very human. We have a lot of other things going on in our life except our PhD, and she's really, you always feel that she's very invested in your personal progress in your project, and also just that you're happy in general. So although she's a very busy person and doesn't take many holidays, she always finds time for all of us. So we have one-to-one meetings very often, and that's really great.
She really invests in us as people as well as PhD students.
Rob strikes a really great balance in giving us the space we need to develop independence in our research while still being there to give us the help and support that we need.
And I think it's great that if you have advice, he'll take the time to help you, and if you have emails, he will respond really promptly, and I think that's easy to take for granted.
And we are thankful that he supports a multidisciplinary learning environment.
Rob's always answering our endless questions and giving advices or just simply listening.
We are always in touch with Rob by group meetings and frequent popping down to our office. We are always happy to take his advice in a timely manner and work on research